why today I learn English. American textbook reading, Science 3, Lesson 12. Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome to lessons today. I'm Ryan Start. On this lesson 12, we're going to be learning about part 3, physical science. Lesson 12. You discovered about how metals can change and what the common forms of metals are. Well, let's get started and see what we're going to be learning today. Okay, so first word, what do we have here? We have a stir. Stir, what does stir means? Stir is a word that means to mix liquids or solids come together. And we have 2 or 3 or more, right? Then we put them in something and then we stir them together. They can both be liquids and solid. We can both use them, right? Well, we have different meanings of these. We can stir, right? Maybe we stirs. And maybe we stir to mix liquids or solids together. We stir liquids or maybe we stir solids. Right? Well, stir have different meanings. We can stir it with liquids or both solids too while we stir it together. So stir, right? Let's look at a picture of stirring. Well, this is a machine that is stirring up, right? It's using machine to stir. It's not using its hand to stir, but it's using its own machines to stir, right? It doesn't use its hands, right? Well, this is a very special machine, right? Maybe you've never seen them before. But this is a thing that you need to know a lot. Okay, so the next word here we have is dissolved. What does dissolved means? Dissolved means to mix a solid into a liquid with the result that this solid disappears, right? If something had dissolved, then that means that things has changed, right? From a solid, right? Then it dissolved. It's being kind of like mixed with that things. Okay, so our next one is physical change. It is a change in matter where no new matter is made, right? Well, this is a physical change. We usually, if we change something, right, then there are new thing that can have, right? But if we're using a physical change, then that means that now nothing has been left, right? Well, our next word here I have is evaporate. Evaporate means from a liquid to go from being a liquid to a gas. From a liquid, right, maybe it's too hot and then it comes up the air. And now it's the gas, right? We said gas. Okay? We say gas. It's very, very if you put your hands around in a hot pot, right, you'll feel the gas coming up, right? You'll feel the hot gas coming up, right? So evaporate, for a liquid to go from being a liquid to a gas. So liquid changed to a gas. So evaporate. Okay, our next word here I have is rust. What does rust means? Rust is for a metal to change into near red or brown matter. Well, this metal is kind of like from a metal you see, right? And then it's painting kind of like it's been broken down, right? Its skin has been broken out, its color has been broken out away, and then it makes rust onto the piece of metals. That means like that. Okay? So rust, for a piece of metal to change it to new red or brown matter. This is a brand new matter. Okay? So rust. Okay, so our next word here we have is chemical change. This is a change that is the opposite of physical change. Well, this is a change in matter where new matter is made, right? Well, this is now a brand new change that helps a lot. This is the right side and physical change is the bad side. Remember like that. Chemical change and physical change, they have very different meanings, right? So from this, from a red part and then it becomes dark, right? Well, it has changed. Okay, so let's look at a chart here. What do we have? We have two ways of changing matter. First is physical change. It will make something into something that's very terrible. Well, first we can cut, right? Or we chop it up if it's food, right? Well, we can cut papers when we're making some original things, homemade things, right? We can use these cuttings. And also is folding. It will make us into a compact, not anything that does not equals what this kinds of the old piece of paper, right? And tearing. If we teared it up, then now it's not a shape of paper anymore. It's a very different shapes. Okay, so what if we have a chemical change? First, we can burn, right? From a piece of paper, if we don't need anymore, we can burn it up. And what about heating? We can also heat things like cook things, right? Or the last one is rusting, kind of like we burn it, but it's a little bit different, right? It's a little bit different. So here we have changes of things. First is freezing, to change from a liquid to solid, right? If we want to solid from a liquid, then what can we do? First, we can put it in a shape or anything, right? I don't know. But then you put it in a place where it has very low temperatures. This means that it's very cold, right? So freezings. So the next one is melting. Melting means to change from a solid to a liquid, right? If we have a piece of ice, right, and then we put it in kind of like a very warm place, then it will melt up. Kind of like if you're eating your ice cream, it quickly so that it won't melt all over your hand. Remember. Okay, so the next one is evaporating. Evaporating is being from a liquid to gas and going to the air and then it disappeared, right? After it evaporates, you can see that it will come up and went, and it all comes there to make liquid again. And if it's too cold, right, then it will fall to be rain or snow. And the last one is condensing. It means to change from a gas to liquids. This is when the gas up from the sky is too heavy, right? Or the weather is too cold, then it will fall down to make rain or snow, right? If it's rain, then we can collect those liquids right away. But if it's snow, right, then we need to wait for it to melt. Okay? So remember, are you ready to look at our problems? Classify. First is physical change. I will rank for you. Matter has changed and looked different, but it's still the same matter. This is called a physical change. Salt can dissolve in water. Water can freeze, right? And we have melt, and that does not mean anything. Chemical change. New matter is made. This is called a chemical change. The metal iron can rust, and new matter is made. Well, that's pretty easy, right? Well, we've learned about changing matters, and matters can change in the lots of our state, not just one state, right? Well, I want you to remember this and think. If I am cooking a fried eggs, then am I doing a physical change or a chemical change? Answer me.